All right, what's up, family? Hey, a little different one here because it was something we was going back and forth with. Y'all probably heard something like this, what we already talk about. But my wife came up with this one for a particular reason. So therefore, I'm gonna let her title this video. And the title's gonna be what?
Where are the gentlemen?
Okay.
Where
are the gentlemen? Now, what made you come up with that?
Because for once, my husband has shown me this what was it?
A video. It was a picture.
It was a picture
with a caption on it.
It was this man that actually gave his shoes to his lady for the simple fact that I guess her feet was hurting. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was actually being a gentleman.
And I was like, that's some bull.
Yeah, my husband actually disagreed.
Hell yeah. But like your boy said, hell yeah.
Yeah, but what kind of really gets to me when my husband sometimes says certain things, and I'm sorry I have to throw you under the bus, it's because I don't know when you remember when you first started going out, there was the man when men were trying to reach out for a young lady and all that, and they were courteous, respectful. Yes, they were gentlemen. Mm-hmm. They was able to open up the door whenever they get in.
Okay, before we get deep into that, let's deal with what you talk about, the video, the picture of it was a lady walking, and obviously it showed the caption where it said her feet was hurting, so she told her man took off his comfortable sneakers, gave them to the woman because her feet hurting. Now he's walking barefooted, holding her big 4 or 5 inch clog heels. Now, the reason I had a problem with that, because I said, this is the nonsense. So when she said, oh, where are the gentlemen? Yo, what I would have gave my woman, what I would have gave her my sneakers? Hell no.
That's what I'm saying, where are the gentlemen's at?
Because, hold on.
But if we were boyfriend and girlfriend at one point, I'm pretty sure that you would actually do that. Yes, you would, because you wanted to prove yourself that you were a gentleman.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
It's all up in the front. After a woman and a man gets married, it seems like all that is being thrown out the window.
Okay, but my thing is, here's the difference. When the man was leaving that house that day, he put on everything to fit his attire that looks good, smells good, and that is comfortable. He put on a comfortable pair of sneakers, shoes, boots, whatever, but he knew he can endure the rest of the day with what he have on. And that's why he chose what he has on. The difference is a woman is trying to be cute, and she go put on some 5-inch heels. Now she gotta walk around like a damn bird with an arched back all day, and her feet hurting, and now not even half the day is gone, and now she's complaining that her feet hurt. But before you put those big heels on, you didn't think to say, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't wear these. I should wear something more comfortable. Or if I am gonna wear these, how about I bring a separate pair of comfortable shoes with me so I can switch shoes like Mr. Rogers did back in the days. Wouldn't it be nice in the neighborhood? But anyway, back to my point. So now, because this woman don't choose to think with common sense, like the man did, when I said he decided to put on an attire that he can endure the rest of the day in a comfortable way. She doesn't. So now, because she chose to wear uncomfortable stuff, trying to look cute, now he's supposed to be uncomfortable for her. He's supposed to come out of his comfort stuff, give it to her. Not only give her his comfortable stuff, but now he got to carry her stuff too.
Yeah, but come on, babe. A lot of us females, we don't think at times. We just think for the moment that we're able to say, oh yeah, we're going to get cute, we're going to be wearing this and that. And we don't think the worst situations that can happen. But for the moment, if we forget our sandals or forget some flip-flop, whatever, and we're struggling, I would think that the man will be such a gentleman, and it doesn't hurt to do that. See, back then, if the gentleman was going out with a female, yeah, he would do that and show that he's a gentleman. It ain't nothing wrong with that. In today's society, a woman and a man gets together and forget that. Oh yeah, well, I got with her already, so I don't need to do all of that.
Watch this. So, now, another reason we got deep in this now, I like what you're saying, but no, if a woman want to be foolish, then I gonna make you pay for being foolish. This is really, don't get me wrong. I get your point. Of course I got your back. But I'm just saying, sometimes lessons have to be taught. Here's a great example. Watch this. How many times we seen this? It's depending on where you live. Let's go with a place like where it gets cold. Let's say New York in the wintertime, right? Okay, we going out to dinner. Y'all seen this. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's 30 degrees outside. It's below freezing. But the female decides to put on a dress with just a thin top, whatever you call it. Because women kill me. You know, women be saying stuff like, oh, honey, give me that blouse over there. And the man would be like, go get the shirt. He go, oh, you mean this shirt? And they be like, that's not a shirt, that's a blouse. Look, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, back to my point. Back to my point. It's 30 degrees outside. A woman decides to wear on a small top with no jacket, no coat, knowing it's freezing outside. The man, he gets dressed and he's like, all right, I'm gonna wear this outfit here. I'm smelling good, looking good. Yo, you know what? Damn, hold on. Oh, snap, it's gonna be 30 degrees today. Wow. You know what? I got on my beige outfit. You know what? I was gonna wear my black jacket, but you know, I'm gonna wear my beige jacket to match my outfit. If it get too hot, I can just carry it over my shoulder. I can leave it in the car, whatever the case. But I'm making sure I'm equipped for the day. I could continue I could last the duration of the day, even with the elements of the weather, because I'm gonna bring this jacket with me. But what happens? They go out. The woman didn't bring a jacket, coat, nothing, because she's trying to look cute. And then now she's out there about an hour into the date, especially if they walking somewhere, whatever. Now she's like, ooh, I'm cold. And so now he's supposed to give up his coat to give to her, right? Right?
Not necessarily, Bobby.
Nah.
No, not necessarily. But what I'm saying is that at the beginning, when a man you know what? Let's just say back in your great grandparents.
I get where
years
you're
of
going
time,
with this.
The gentleman never got tired being that gentleman.
Look, this is what she's saying.
It's
Let me
not
give you the
ge- it's
definition. Let me give you the true definition of a gentleman. We all know to be courteous, polite, you know, respectful, truthful, and all that. But let me just read what it says. What it means to be a true gentleman. A gentleman is courteous, polite, respectful. He says please and thankful. He says please and thank you. He waits his turn in line. And he treats others as they wish to be treated. He is an equitable conversationist person, and he displays good table manners at dining and has great etiquette. So yes, I agree with all of that. For example, I represent you, you represent me. If we amongst your family, whatever, I'm on your side on this one. When explaining what a real gentleman is. When we go over your family house, I don't sit back and act like I can't socialize. No, because I'm a total gentleman / I'm representing my wife. I know how to mingle. I know how to have a conversation, a meaningful conversation with your family, friends, or whoever the case. I'm polite, like it says. I wait my turn. I'm not vulgar. You know what I'm saying? I'm courteous. Hey, I may help out your family members or friends, whoever. Pull a chair out for them. Get them an extra drink or whatever the case. You know why? Because while I'm doing this, it's representing who I am as a man / gentleman, and it's also representing my wife. Where anybody, rather she was around or not, they'd be like, man, your husband was a true gentleman. He represents you, and vice versa.
Right. But listen, I'm gonna put the message out there. I don't want every man, whoever hears this video, I don't want every man to feel as if I'm offending them by not saying that not all men are gentlemen. I'm just speaking about the gentlemen when they're playing their role. It's just almost like if they're having their mother. You're gonna treat your mother so right because this is your mother.
Yes.
So when a lady sees that a man treats their mother right, his mother and sisters, you got to give them high respect. Those are the gentlemen I'm talking about. You really can't find those anymore.
Now I agree with that, but
they're very little. It's only very little that there's a gentleman they're gentlemen that they treat their woman since the beginning of time.
I agree with everything you're saying. But
right.
we was dealing with the fact that dummy chick put on them big
Yeah,
heels,
she was-
and now she's uncomfortable, and now she wants to take her man's shoes. That's her inconsiderate for her man.
Yes,
and now he's being gentlemanly. Now I would have gave you my damn shoes. Crazy as hell. And then the woman that you don't dress appropriately for the weather. Now because you're freezing, I'm supposed to take off my coat and give you my coat, and I'm supposed to freeze because you decided to try to be cute. That's what I'm talking about. Ain't no way. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. Like they say, sometimes lessons have to be taught. You're gonna learn a lesson. Stop coming out the house. It's freezing cold, and you don't decide to wear a coat or jacket, but I'm supposed to give you my coat jacket. Then you see me with my coat jacket on, so why you got one on?
Now in this picture that you showed me this morning, maybe that was just a one time that she forgot, and now suddenly he's just being a gentleman. But now you're taking this picture like a constant woman being ignorant, just being so irresponsible. A lot of us females, we have a lot of common sense. Come on, I mean, we're not gonna get out. We're gonna have some type of emergency. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes, you're there.
You forgetting and trying to be cute is two different things. You forgetting, okay, I got you. But you came out the house just like I came out the house. You see it's freezing cold when I see it's freezing cold. I'm wearing a jacket or coat and your butt not. Okay, all right. Guess what? I'm looking forward to this. Because when she start freezing, I'm like, hey, this coat too big for you. You can't
You know
fit
what I
it.
really have a problem is that when in today's society, you don't find the gentleman, as far as I'm saying, like when they used to go out, they used to be able to open the door. When you go in a restaurant, they pull the chair out for. That's being a gentleman. In today's society, once you get with somebody, you don't see that no more. And then the man sits down, the woman now pulls her chair and then do that. A woman likes to feel that she's special when she's with the man of her life.
I
But
agree.
then when a man forgets all of that, he says, "Oh, we're together. We don't need all
How
of
about
that
the
no
woman?
more." No,
How about the woman
no,
get
but we're
comfortable?
No, the conversation is about where's the gentleman.
Oh, put it all on the gentleman.
No, the gentleman.
On the man.
But also, I gotta say, there's gotta be women who carry themselves with respect, with a lot of class, and they shouldn't stop treating their man, making feel like they so important. They said that's another way of saying a man shouldn't forget of being a gentleman.
I'm gonna give you a good one. Watch this. So another part of being a gentleman is that a man is not a gentleman, rather. Will you agree with this one or don't? According to what a gentleman, there's so many criteria to being a gentleman. So a gentleman is not supposed to abandon ship in a relationship. No matter how bad or messed up it go, we supposed to stick there, do thick and thin. We supposed to fight to it, even when you being petty or whatever the case. Or how many times a man, rather he wrong or right, he still takes the brunt of he still take the blame just to try to make things right. A woman, try to get a woman to apologize. It's like that picture I seen a while ago. It showed a picture, right? It said from point A to point B. Point B is an apology. Point A is the woman and how far it take her to go from point A to point B. Just to say I'm sorry. And for a man to say I'm sorry, he just draw a straight line. Straight line from point A to point B. Honey, I'm sorry. For a woman to say I'm sorry from point A to point B, this is her sorry.
But that's what the world makes it so. That's what the world makes it so unique.
Yeah.
We're so different. Like, we can't be just like men.
So a man supposed to never abandon ship in a relationship. It's almost like that silly captain on the movie Titanic. Like they say, a captain's supposed to go down with his ship. Remember when the ship was sinking, he was just standing there at the controls like, I'm going down with the ship. So a gentleman, and a lot of men know what I'm talking about. We take the blame rather we wrong or right, because we just want things to smooth over with our woman, and we just say, man, she dead wrong, but I'm just going here and apologize and fix it. So we supposed to never abandon ship. But how about the woman?
No, if there's women out there that they're just like me, they think about being fair enough. Yeah, it's not fair. Everything should be equal. But then when I see that the man at first, if I spot a man that's so genuine by opening the door, saying, "Ma'am, you're the first," this and that. I kind of dig that man, because the man that's just being a gentleman. That's where I'm at.
So
but
now,
now a woman, if I see that they constantly with like expecting, Oh, now come on.
See,
now
now
it's
that's
a whole different mentality.
Now that I agree, because
That's
now
a
that comes
different
down
mentality.
to what Teddy P said. Not 70-30, not 60-40. I'm talking about 50-50 love. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be equal. It shouldn't be putting most of the brunt of the weight on the man. It's supposed to be 50-50 love. If I do this for you, you should be doing it for me. It's together we achieve more together, opposed to we're gonna put all this on the man.
Okay, let me give you an
Not
example.
70-30.
Let me give you an example. Like for example, like let's just say my husband and I were boyfriend and girlfriend, right? He comes to my family house, and he's being served. We serve him. Us females, we serve his plate. We make him feel comfortable and all that. Now after so many years later, we get married. And all suddenly that stopped me to stop being like to serve your plate and this and that. How you gonna look at me? He's like, damn,
Oh yeah,
Bobby,
yeah. But what happened?
Mommy, what happened?
It was so wonderful in the
You
beginning.
were so wonderful from the beginning.
And it's a shame. A lot of people put their best foot forth in the beginning of a relationship.
That's my point across when I'm saying where's the gentleman, and even females. Where's your class? Ladylike. Where's the class? When you first got with your man, you went all out of your way to do so many different things. Now that after you got with him, now that you're not. Yes, exactly, and that's just how men are now. Them saying the gentleman that is been in yes from the beginning.
Now we'll do another video on
gone.
this one because I spoke to you about this before. A lot of women got that bad habit when they get with their man, everything is wonderful. The sex life is wonderful. Swinging from the chandeliers, figuratively speaking. Making love all the time, whatever the case. But then now that it's your man, now y'all live together. Guess what? Women love to say, "Oh, my stomach hurt, my head hurt. I'm not in the mood. It's too cold. It's too hot. The kids is up." Every excuse not to be compassionate with your man. And now why? Is because they get comfortable, as you said. They get so comfortable that you're not doing the things that you used to do in the beginning, and it's like y'all done lost that spark. So you need to get that spark back. But let's just stay on the subject. I'm sorry about the gentleman thing.
It's all right. So the thing is that with that, since you was talking about it, so I say when women's like that, they don't deserve to have a gentleman in their life.
Yeah,
you
don't do none of them things you used to do.
But when a woman has that role of a man from the beginning, and now you got with her, and after so many years, it's like he laid back and talked about now. That was my only.
He's just as guilty as I said that woman. Where it's like, so the man gets so comfortable, so you're not buying the roses no more. You're not pulling the chair out. You're not telling her she's beautiful. Showing, more importantly, showing her how great and important she is in every aspect of that. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and
so that what comes back to the title. Where are the gentlemen? I agree.
Yeah, remember when a man used to bring roses once in a while? After they get hooked up, they don't do that no more.
Yeah, you gotta remind them sometimes.
They don't have candlelight dinner.
Gotta remind them. Hey, that's why we do videos like this. Gotta remind you sometimes. Hey, do it just because. Don't wait for a holiday or the government to tell you. Do it just because. The best gifts you could give, and that's what I would say in closing. The best gifts you could give to your woman or your man is a just because gift. Not because it's his birthday, not because it's a holiday, not because someone passed away or whatever. No, just because. You know what, honey? I bought you this. Hey, what's the occasion? Just because. Just because what? Just because I love you. Just because I care. Just because you here. Just because you always been there.
Yeah.
Just because.
Yes, it's you gotta keep that sparkle. You gotta keep that spark. You gotta keep that spark always lighting up because it never gets old.
True. And how long has this spark been going?
Oh,
we got almost 30 years in.
Yes, and it will never be. But it can't be a selfish way, like a man would treat a woman better than the woman. No, it has to be mutual.
Yeah.
It has to be mutual. But since we're in the conversation about where's the gentleman, that's all I was just trying to say. The gentlemen always have to have that spark to be able to the woman to make them look like they looked at them from the beginning of time.
Yeah.
You know, because and then like that, they have no reason to go anywhere else to get that attention.
I agree. Okay.
Simple as that.
I just playing devil's advocate in the beginning because all that wearing the high heels and now your feet hurt and then you want my shoes, you crazy. You're coming out freezing cold. You didn't wear a jacket. Now I'm supposed to give you my jacket. That's look. You need to be taught a lesson.
No, I mean at first maybe once.
Especially when a man tells her, "Honey, you need to put a jacket on." No, I'm gonna be fine.
No, once
okay, all right. I'm gonna let your butt freeze.
Yeah, you know that can happen. But when when a woman constantly doing that, if you want to put it that way,
Then she needs to be taught a lesson.
then obviously, yeah, no, well, that's your problem. I told you.
Hey, so hey, or you got anything else in closing?
No, I just gotta say, I got a gentleman in my life.
Oh,
so,
of course. Of course.
Don't forget. But that's just my opinion, a way of saying, because when I see even I see older people, how the old man still with his wife after so many years.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna be with this joke. She got a little short time coming. I'm gonna have to be like, look, you gonna get your little old ass
no,
up.
and
Look,
I
look,
see
look,
that
over
he
here.
carries his hands and walks her
You have to
towards
feed
her.
this joker.
No, that'll be you though. You know, I that makes me feel so beautiful. Like, oh my God, and that's what makes me think at times, like, where is the gentleman's in these days? You don't find that no more.
In closing, my last in closing, what I would say, whoever you get with, okay, you got with them because they're pretty, they're good looking, he or she's good looking, they got a great body, got money. More importantly, above all those things, get with somebody that got your back.
And that appreciates you.
And on that note, peace.
Yes.